Hey guys, today we are going to be taking a deeper look at what unit rate is. And so on the screen right now, you have a definition for unit rate. And unit rate is a comparison of two measurements in which one of the terms has a value of 1. And so this is important because when we think of things that we already know in terms of units, like unit fractions, one of the values is 1. And so what a unit rate is it's a ratio that includes a quantity of 1. And we have some examples, and then we have some non-examples. So in my examples, I have $15 hourly wage. And while I don't see the number 1, I know that this term hourly means for 1 hour. And the same thing with 55 miles per hour. While I don't see a 1, I know that per hour means per 1 hour. I have the ratio that 1 foot is to 12 inches. So I have my 1 foot right there. 82 words per minute, again, per 1 minute. And then 3 avocados for $1. Since 1 is there, that is a unit cost. Some non-examples that we have, meaning they are not unit rates. 20 cupcakes for $10. And so I don't have the value of 1 or the number of cupcakes for $1, so that is not a unit rate. 80 miles per 2 hours is not a unit rate. These are all rates and ratios, but they are not unit rates because they're not per 1. I have half a foot, which is 6 inches, and I want us to notice that this ratio right here is equivalent to the 1 foot to 12 inches. And while they are equivalent ratios, one of them is a unit rate because it has the 1, and the other one is just a rate because it is not per one of the units. And lastly, we have our 4 pairs of socks for $16. So now we're going to go from what unit rate is to how to apply it and use it. We have Kim here who purchased a block of wood for a craft. The block of wood is 5 inches or about 127 millimeters in length. What is the approximate number of millimeters per inch? And so they told us that 5 inches, about 5 inches is about 127 millimeters. So I'm going to represent my information in a ratio table. And I know that I'm comparing inches to millimeters. Now they told me that the block of wood is 5 inches, which is about 127 millimeters. Then they're asking me, what is the approximate number of millimeters per inch? So I want to know how many millimeters there are in 1 inch. And because I know these ratios have to be equivalent, I see that I can scale down to the unit rate by dividing by 5. So I'm going to take 127 and divide it by 5. Now I could do my long division, but for me, I'm going to break that up into different parts. So I'm going to decompose 127 into 100 plus 25 plus 2 more. And this is just how my brain likes to do division sometimes if I don't want to do long division. So I'm going to do partial quotients. So I see 100 divided by 5. I know that that's 20. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And then 2 divided by 5 is just 2/5 or 4/10. So then when I add up all of my partial quotients, I get that it is 25 and 4/10. So 1 inch is equivalent to 25 and 4/10 of a millimeter. Okay, let's look at one more. George bought 6 gallons of gasoline for $20.34. What is the price of the gasoline in terms of cost per gallon. So again, cost per gallon is what they're asking me to find. This is the question that I'm trying to answer. And they told me the rate or the ratio of 6 gallons for $20.34. And so since I know that the unit rate has to be equivalent to the given ratio, I'm just going to make a ratio table. The two things that I'm comparing are gallons and money. And I know that I can get 6 gallons for $20.34. But they want to know the price of the cost per 1 gallon. So I want to know 1 gallon. So I see that I can scale down from 6 to 1 by dividing by 6. So I'll scale down $20.34 by also dividing by 6. I'm going to come over here and do some long division. So I see that 20 divided by 6, I can fit 3 groups of 6 in there. So I take away 18, and I'm left with 2 ones. So now I bring down my tenths, so now I have 23 tenths. And I know that 3 groups of 6 will fit into that, so I take away 18 tenths, which leaves me with 5 tenths. And now I bring down my 4 hundredths. So now I'm taking my 54 hundredths and dividing it into 6 groups. And each group will have a size of 9 hundredths, which leaves me a remainder of 0. So 1 gallon costs me $3.39. And so this right here is my unit price. All right, thank you.